Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Vyi'zur here, my bounty hunter, and once again we're doing a bit more of an interlude video before we go into the second act of the bounty hunter origin story, and we are heading over to the world of Alderaan once again. Look into the bonus series there. So, since we were a scoundrel on Tatooine... yep. Good, and... there we go. Right, perfect. Finally learning how to use the loadout system so that I don't have to reset my quick bars as often. It's taken me long enough. I've been constantly having to move my abilities around on the quick bars, but I'm slowly getting the hang of this new system. How are we doing for unique currencies? Fair enough. Right, Alderaan. How's our companions doing? Reasonably well.
Good to see you, Master. I applied a fresh coat of paint to your quarters.
Same colour, of course. Not long left on this experience booster.
My lady has never even met your lord. Why should she agree to marry him?
These are desperate times. We must unite our houses to stand against Organa.
Unite your heir with the 8th of Pantyr blood in my lady's veins, you mean?
And I suppose your house has no interest in bearing Alderaan's next king?
House Pantyr is dead. House Thul should find its own way to the crown.
Right, who would we need to speak to? Is there a bonus series on Alderaan? That is another question. You know, we could be here for nothing. Let's head over to the House Fool estate. See if there's any quests jumping out at me. You know what? I may be wrong. There may not even be a bonus series here. If so, then I would still keep the recording for prosperity, but I would probably take myself over to SWTOR. I suppose we could always look into situations there. Right. I mean, Darth Victus did say, don't forget about looking forward to other opportunities, that he may have more to ask of us. I wonder if there were quests over in the Galeris Valley. Doesn't seem like there's anything here. One sec, I'll go quickly look into that. Alderaan. Bonus series, that's what I want. I want this for the Empire. Okay, looks like for the Republic, yes. Come on, scrolling, 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 scrolling. Oh, for crying out loud. That's a lot of scrolling. Ah, there you go. Oh, apparently it is here. Ah, I see. Found it. Just didn't go far enough. Oh, is that just a heroic mission?
On your knees, all of you. The hero before us deposed the false king. I am Lord Sergei Thul, apprentice of Darth Victus, and the first of House Thul to survive the Sith Academy.
His lordship will seize the throne you made vacant.
Oh.
Fate willing. But my ascension must wait. Alderaan is in a state of anarchy, and a threat greater than the Ulgo usurpers rears its head.
Anarchy and threats are my stock in trade. What can I do for you, Lord Thul?
The Killiks are stirring, legion upon legion. They've already devoured the armies of Kalnosh and Antilles. The people fear it's the Killik Black Hive, returning after a millennium underground. I'm not a superstitious man, but I know disaster when I see it.
Tell me about this Black Hive.
They're the worst of the Killik broods. The lesser nests fled to the surface to escape being cannibalized by their savage kin.
Yet if his lordship turns his attention to the Killiks, the other houses will destroy Thul.
Moff Sarek and I proposed to use small strike teams against the Black Hive, and he advised you take lead. Succeed, and House Thul can focus on winning the planet. Fail, and Killiks of every size will swarm over Alderaan, and all of us will be joiners.
If I'm not leading an army, who am I gonna lead?
Scientists, Imperial Xenocide teams, and another as well. Chanya Badal of the Order of Extermination has agreed to help us.
For 20 millennia, members of the Order have forsaken house ties and worldly possessions to protect us from the Killiks. During the Hive's century sleep, the Order watches and prepares. When the Hives awake, they spread fire.
They number barely a handful now. Medal has no loyalty to Thul, but she's our best hope against these monsters.
From your tone, I take it the Order doesn't meet your standards.
They have a place, and when I am king, they'll be made relevant again. Go to Medal and listen to her advice, but be careful what you reveal. Remember, she is not one of us.
Fair enough. Okay. So that is the Sith that House Thul are raising to be the ruler of Alderaan. And he's an apprentice to Darth Victus. How curious. So where... Oh, right, so we were doing heroic missions up here. Right, makes sense. So there must be a small Imperial outpost set up there, similar to what we found on Tatooine. So rather than follow the road to the bridge, we take a left. And then take the next left. Okay. Some Killiks here. We did see these hives. I wonder if this is across the water. Let's see. That's the third. This was the second base somewhere over here. We saw a hive kind of over here. Plenty of hives have sprung up on the surface. Oh, this looks promising. There's a little cave over there. Outpost SWTOR. Oh, plenty of quests around here.
In the swarm, the flame will guide me. In hardship, I will endure.
Janya Madal, Sir J. Thul sent me.
What? Of course. Allies of the Sith who would be king. On behalf of the Knights of the Order of Extermination and the Blood of Alderaan, I offer my services in the war against the Killiks. Ventadia Droth, Kano Fora.
When it comes to slaying Killiks, I'm told you know more than anyone.
For 20,000 years, my order has fought the nests. We know their hibernation cycles, the secrets of their joiners. We should be advising the armies of a united planet. Instead, we're a handful against the Black Hive.
People only call in troubleshooters when it's already too late.
That's a cynical way to look at the world. The last time the Black Hive emerged, it left whole cities in ruins. Its Killiks are monstrous, and their bloodlust grows with every joiner they absorb. I've been strategizing with the Imperial strike teams. They're making progress, but not enough. You should meet with them. Lead our efforts.
You're the one trained for this. You should be in the field.
I'm doing all I can. Here and knee-deep in Killik Membrosia pools. I can't do nearly enough. Come, and I'll anoint you with the Chanmasu herbs. Whether you believe in ritual or not, the scent will discourage your foe. And be guided by the Codex Chitinus and the First Huntsman. See to the others, and I'll continue to search for weaknesses.
Let's just pretend you give us the ritual, and then we'll move on.
That's impossible. Our fleet must crush their resistance, not bow to it. Ah, a visitor. Moff Serex made your deeds well known. Perhaps you could assist me. I am Bevik Thul, commander of Thul Aquatic Forces. We're locked in a stalemate with Organa and Ulgo. We can't break their defenses.
What sparked this standoff?
We were employing coastal attacks. Victory was assured, but Organa's predicted our every move. They're spying on us. I dispatched my best men to weed out Organa's agents, but they've been killed. Throats slashed to silence their screams. My fleet's massing for another strike. We must obliterate Organa's spies. Recover any information recorded before they deflect us again.
I'll kill every spy on Alderaan, if the pay's right.
Okay. I mean, we're really dealing with the Black Hive, but we are still trying to help House Thul claim the throne.
What are you working on?
Meraka gemyam amgam nemno.
Oh?
Beraka karam kara. Eninyamak oramag yang megik.
I'd hate to be on the wrong end of your blood boiler, Doc.
Kakini benak. Kinera kepam nahum. Meraka gemyam amgam nemno.
This better be real good.
Aknama kamu. Yang perlu amka. Kalima naya kira.
Okay, find some Killiks, turn their blood into acid.
We bring fire to the darkness below. The Killiks must be stopped.
She'd probably do rather well as a sister of battle. Lots of fire. Lots and lots of fire. Looks like we're going in opposite directions here. We have a Killik nest, and we have the Organa spies.
Well, if it isn't the mercenary from Balmora, I remember your work. Sergeant Namada, Bug Hunter Division. My squad came here off colloquy duty. It's an honor to meet you.
Gets a little old talking to officers and royalty.
I'll take your word for it. Don't much get the privilege. Team's supposed to contain the Killik threat, so House Thul's free to work. Fine plan, but Science Bureau has us trying out a tractor tech like this brood totem device they gave us. Lures Killiks into enemy territory.
While you're fighting Killiks, the scientists are trying to study them.
They talk to the Moth, and he gives the orders. We dropped the totem off in Killik territory, so it could synchronize pheromones. We barely survived. Now we need to move it to Organa territory for testing. We carry chitin-piercing rounds and insecticide gas. We can't fight Organa troops. But you assist, like on Balmora, this lure project might move forward.
That seems simple enough.
Just be careful you don't lure in too many Killiks. They're not like collocoids. They take prisoners and, well, better not to know.
Okay, so we need to go get... Wow. The pieces of the brood totem emitter. Alright, first things first. Look, I wonder if we need to get this emitter and then head over to where the Organa spies are. That would be unfortunate. But let's go deal with the spies first, and then we're just having the journey to the west. So it looks like we need to be up there. Oh dear, we made friends. Oh, we made more friends.
Right in the kisser.
Do you mind? I'm kinda busy. An Organa surveillance camp. Ah, perfect.
That's gonna leave a mark.
I didn't say you were allowed to heal yourself. It always seems like some of the abilities just aren't doing damage as the commando. I'm just going to try this again. I need to find someone with some decent health. Now, you tackle this person. So the grav round, it hits. Demolition round, hits. Vortex round didn't hit the target. Try again. So, grab hits, vortex round, didn't. Yeah, I'm not happy with how these abilities are landing. Or maybe not landing. I could be mistaken. I might need to go to a target dummy. I might need to get back to the ship and try it out. Let's just see. Oh, bugger. Right. You don't... Yeah, okay.
I'm coming.
So... Grav round. Demolition round. Vortex. He dodged it. You... Right, so he dodged. What is my accuracy? Maybe that's part of the problem. 104%. Okay. Just doesn't feel like it has the punch. I wonder if I should switch over to damage over time. I mean, I've always played gunnery because I like gunnery, but I've been enjoying Scoundrel with a ruffian. The assault specialist might actually be pretty decent. Something to contemplate. I'll not look at it right now, but in the next part, between this part and the following part, I may have a look at the assault specialist discipline, and maybe we can give it a go in the next part to see how it feels. So we're following this road all the way. Going this way. So we have this blood boiler. The poison inside this device is calibrated to work specifically on Killik Reavers. Oh, we're passing by a heroic mission. Ah, is this the hive we were at before? No, we were over here. This is another hive again.
Seeing stars?
Oh. So you have to use it out of combat. Interesting. Oh, wow, they explode. I see. Doesn't have a very effective range, but it works. Yeah, I'd prefer it to have a larger range. Oh, they made friends. Oh, I'll just leave that security chest there for someone else to enjoy. So down along this road will lead us to a cave. And that's where the brood totem is located. Oh, our experience booster has come to an end.
I think I knocked him cross-eyed.
And we have a bonus to defeat 20 of the Kiliks within the burrow. That's the base of the totem. Here's the emitter. Alright, we just need to get the pheromone canister now. And we can set it up in Organa territory.
Seeing stars?
Ah. Thank you. Ah, we're heading over to the spy camp now. I guess, yeah, we were heading east. God damn it. So we have, oh, we can, oh, we need to deploy it in both places. Oh, I see. Well, actually, before we leave, let's just go a bit deeper into the hive, see what's there. I mean, we're not going to be in this hive again, I imagine, so let's just go deep and see what we find. Just out of curiosity, if nothing else. Okay, nothing really of interest. I wondered if there was like a Killick Queen or something like that at the end of the burrow. Okay, so totem deployment. Do we need to pick it up, or do we just leave it? Or do we have a second one? We have a second one. Right, have fun with that.
I knocked him cross-eyed.
I'll just be planting that here.
The brood totem works. It lured the Killiks to the Organa forces.
The science boys will be happy. Me, I hope it means we go back to killing aliens instead of baiting them. It's been a pleasure to see you in action. You ever need a Hive extraction team or a couple tons of xenotoxic torpedoes, you give the bug hunters a call.
Not a problem.
There's no doubt about that.
Nemua bemguana. Kumia yang mem gamba paka. Bomogala apayang. Inilama imi amka angap?
55.
The spies are dead. Here's their intel.
You see, officer? This is how you get results on Alderaan.
I'm glad to see you're so happy.
A Thul victory always gets my blood pounding. Your deed demands tribute. Perhaps I'll name a battleship after you. But first, there's Alderaan to conquer. If you'll excuse me, I have a fleet to command.
Hopefully we don't need to do these quests as part of this bonus series.
You are viewing restricted information.
I can't track the Killiks without satellite data.
Your confession has been recorded.
This is madness. Tell him, Bounty Hunter. I'm not after your military secrets, but I can't fight blind.
You're a guest of the Empire, but there are limits to Imperial hospitality. Do not step out of line again.
I grant that I have trespassed. I apologize. You can supervise me as I check my data, then I'll show you what I found. The Black Hive is hurting from what you've done, and I think I've found one of their weaknesses. Months ago, King Ulgo became aware of the extent of the Killik threat. Instead of alerting my order, he tried to hide the problem by hiring mercenaries.
Who exactly did King Ulgo hire?
The mercenary group was called Blood Company, run by an alien warlord who was part of the Manan atrocities. According to your files, Blood Company was absorbed by the Hive mind. They all became joiners, and their knowledge and savagery spread to the Killiks.
If Blood Company is the brain of the Hive, then let's cut off the head.
Using the Order's lore and Imperial technology, I've made a bait that should lure in the joiners if used at the right locations. I'll entrust it to you. I'd be torn apart myself, but someone has to save this world.
Saving a planet ought to earn a bonus.
I'm not your employer, Hunter. Speak to House Thul for credits. If you can destroy the joiners, the nest will start to unravel. There's a base farther out. We should move there next. Good hunting.
Okay. So, Household Go is all to blame for this, basically. That's what I'm getting. So there are 2 sites. We have now a flare gun, which will attract the joiners of the Black Hive. We're using it here. Let's give it a go. Well, apparently so. Well, that was easy. And do we need to be up there, or can we just use it here? Map. See if we can get around and see if it takes us up the hill. Yes, no, maybe. No, it would probably be a no. Oh well. Bit awkward. Okay, nice and straightforward. So now we're heading to the next outpost. Which is across the bridge. Oh no, this is a different road. Different road, different bridge. Full research camp.
Lieutenant, Chanya Madal of the Order of Extermination sent me.
Sir, holocoms are online. We'll put you through.
This is Sergei Thul on the Eastern Front. We're dealing with another Organa attack. How do we fare against the Killiks?
Your ally managed to disrupt the war mind of the Black Hive.
Is that right?
I am grateful to you. The joiners were the key, and you risked body and spirit to stop them.
That's your news on the Killiks. What about the battle for the throne?
The Republic continues to supply the enemy. It will be Thul and her allies against Organa's coalition before long, but we will prevail.
I'm tremendously grateful for all you've done. It's becoming clear that House Thul is the only house devoted to the Killik's elimination. I'll continue advising your teams, Lord Sergei. Chanya out.
You're winning the hearts of the people. Pity she may be trouble.
The Killiks are weakened, and soon the Black Nest will fall. After that, Chanya Madal will be unnecessary.
True enough. Wipe the remnants of the Killik forces off the planet, and watch for the other houses. The fewer the bugs, the more they'll encroach.
Okay. We may be getting an assassination contract before long.
This is unacceptable. I sent researchers out 2-3 hours ago, and still they haven't returned. Service like this, I won't pay them. House Thul demands higher standards. Perhaps you could assist where these indolent researchers failed. I need that relic. I need it now.
Care to elaborate on that?
It holds ancient texts detailing a time when Killiks ruled Alderaan. Records of Ouroboros, the Killiks' castle lands, their rise and their fall. With the relic's information, we could potentially drive back the Killiks, or control them.
One wrong move, and you'll enrage the Hive. The Imps won't like that.
House Thul is aware of the inherent risks, Hunter. Everything rests on the relic's recovery, and I've wasted enough time waiting on my inept researchers. Perhaps you can repair their blunder. Recover the relic?
This better be worth it.
If I weren't confident, I'd be in my estate sipping Alderaanian brandy. The relic lies among ruins atop the nearby mountain. If you see my researchers, feel free to push them down the mountainside.
I hope you're correct. So up the mountain we go. Ah, yes, the dam. We were over here earlier. Doing the heroic missions. Well, we have a couple of exploration missions. Sorry, boys, you're going to have to do your tasks yourselves. I'm going to go upset some more Killiks.
Right in the kisser.
Looks like this cave system might lead us further up to where we need to go. Or we could just be walking to our deaths. That's also a possibility. Oh. Well, this is new. I wonder if this is like an ancient hallway, maybe. Like someone's estate, which is now being absorbed by the Hive. That's the wrong button. Whoops.
Right in the kisser.
God, that does so little damage. I mean, it does more damage than our grav round. It just doesn't feel... It doesn't feel impactful. I suppose is the best way of putting it. Maybe it's just my perception on how much damage the commander should be doing. Ah, no matter. This is me grouching. Oh, hello. Oh, bloody hell.
Seeing stars?
Giant skull. Oh. Oh, Christ. Well, I think we upset people. An ancient Franta skull. covered in Kilic runes.
Here's the relic. I hope it contains the Kilic records you expected.
Finally, it's in my hands. Our Kilic experts will be thrilled. I appreciate your haste. You certainly shamed those pathetic researchers of mine, wherever they are.
I'm always a professional.
Color me impressed. Soon we'll drive the Kilics into submission. Then Alderaan will finally bow to House Thul.
Okay. So now we need to go back to Thul Palace.
Lord Sergei Thul.
My friend, 2 hours ago I took the head of one of Organa's generals. The battle was glorious.
You shall be our beloved king.
But only because you held the other front. How high were Kilic bodies piled by the time you were through? How many joiners fell at your feet?
The swarm was endless. So was the bloodshed.
If only I could have been there.
You wished to present the message, my lord?
Yes. Our ally in the Order of Extermination passed this along.
The Black Hive has crumbled. Their Kilics are in retreat, and collapsing their tunnels should be simple. I'm sorry I can't say this in person. I'm heading out for aerial reconnaissance. But I want to recognize your efforts. In the name of the First Huntsman, by the Stone of Chianar, I pronounce you Brethren of the Order. We will remember you always.
Generous as the sentiment may be, it's time we eliminated her. She knows you, she knows Thul's secrets, and her usefulness is over.
Her reconnaissance mission can end badly. Will you arrange it?
Of course. It's a reasonable plan.
I will make contact.
We've worked well together, you and I. When the opposition finally collapses, your support of my kingship would be invaluable.
I've never been hired by a king. You need something done? Let me know.
I will. I promise you. I must return to the battlefield, but I wish you well in your travels. What you've seen here on Alderaan, it's only the start for the galaxy.
Here we are. Well, our time here once again on Alderaan has come to an end. Got a few crates to open. Plenty of things to sell. Okay. Time to get ourselves back on board the Mantis, and then we can be on our way. Right, so what's in the crates? Anything interesting? Electro staff, generator, Yavin armor sets now. I see. Wrist guards and boots. Well, leggings, I should say. Right, okay. Not a problem. What we'll do is take a break here, and when we come back we'll be at or over at Viakin Space Dock. We'll be looking to do a bit of the story that is optional, but it will be relevant to our interests later. Before we end, basically we are at the end here, but I am going to very quickly look at the Assault Specialist. And I might as well let the recording keep taking over as I familiarise myself with those abilities. So this is just going to be me humming and hawing over the skills, but if you wish to stick around, you are more than welcome to. So let's have a look at it. Wow, that does not look right. There you go. Let's have a look at the Assault Specialist, shall we? Right, okay. So immediately, yeah, we lose Grav round. Charged Bolts was the normal ability. And we now have an Explosive. I think we also have kept our high... We don't have the Armor Piercing Cell anymore. I think we have the Plasma Cell active. Giving us a chance to set enemies on fire as the Assault Specialist. We have the Supercharged Cell, an Incendiary Round, and a Serrated Bolt. Right, just start at the beginning. Let's have a look at this. Dealing damage over time to a target with less than 30% of your maximum health grants Hyper Assault rounds, which reduces the energy cells depleted from your next explosive round by 10, and increasing the damage it deals. So this is the explosive round is a good finisher for enemies below 30% health. Okay. We have the Supercharged Cell, which gives you 10 energy cells, increasing your damage over time by 10% for 8 seconds, and causes your next successful ranged attack to trigger your burn on time ability, the Incendiary Round. Right, that's it. To apply its damage, right. I see. So that does a small, like a reasonable amount of damage, but then it does a lot of damage over time. Fair enough. We now got Scorching Bolts. High Impact Bolt and Mag Bolt ignore 30% of the target's armor. And dealing damage with either ability always triggers your Plasma Cell. In addition, if it's used against a burning target, which it should always be burning, to trigger High Impact Bolt, you'll actually get energy cells back. We have one of 3 passive abilities. What was the Hyper Assault rounds again? Oh, which reduced the energy cells of your explosive round. Right, so we could, as they're taking damage over time from our Incendiary Round, trigger our explosive round to be cast cheaper and deal more damage. Interesting. This has a chance to burn enemies nearby. I'd rather try to... Our chance to set them on fire. But we're going to be setting them on fire anyway. Because it's... Well, it's elemental damage. I thought it was going to be burning damage. Interesting. Decisions... Oh, we'll do that. We'll try and spread the damage out. I think we'll still grab our stealth scan. And now we have Sweltering Heat. Incendiary Round reduces the movement speed of a target while it burns. In addition, Incendiary Round makes the target assailable, making them take more damage. We also have the Assault Plastique, Sticks to a target and explodes after several seconds. Then burns the target for more time. Charge bolts and mag bolts cause the plastic to explode immediately. And then we have 3 other passive abilities. So this can make it deal more damage, but it no longer deals the damage over time. And it can't be detonated early. The plastic... see? The damage is increased by 15%, but it burns for longer. So does it deal a lot more damage? That's the question. Let's see. So this only deals 640 to 658 for 6 seconds. This deals 785. Oh, only over 12 seconds though. I'd rather have it deal the slightly lesser amount of damage over a 6-second period and spread it out over 12 seconds. That's not very good. I mean, it sets them on fire for longer, but we have other abilities to set the target on fire. I mean, letting it spread can hit up to 8 additional enemies. So it only does a small amount of damage to the additional enemies. And that does half... like, it doesn't do like half the damage when on fire. Yeah, I like abilities that are spreading out a bit more for this this discipline. We then get Iconic Accelerator. Charge bolts, full auto inhaler bolts finish the cooldown of high impact bolt and make it deplete no energy cells. That's good. And then we have 2. Oh yes. I'll take Diversion again. We then get Serrated Bolt. Fire special serrated bolts at the target that deal weapon damage and cause the target to bleed. Right, so that's a bleeding attack. Okay. And now at 51 we get Explosive Dissemination. Plasma Grenade deals more damage and spreads your incendiary round to additional targets. Right, so we set them on fire, get them bleeding, and then use our grenade. They're not going to have a good time. They're going to be burning and bleeding. Right. Okay. Yeah, that works. I like that. And now we have 3 passive abilities. We've had this. These are all the same, aren't they? Yes. Right, so we want Burning, Bleeding, then Plasma Grenade. Yep, okay, that works. Right. We'll have to practice. We'll have to do plenty of practice, I have to say. But we'll give it a go. It seems we'll have a lot of damage over time. Whether or not we'll actually be doing decent damage against single target enemies, we'll have to see. Either way, I'll take a break here. Thank you all for joining me. And as I say, we'll be looking to do some story flashpoints next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.